Hi, KB friends, my super scientists. How are you today? I'm super glad that you are here, and I hope that you are loving Shark Week. I've had such a good time learning all about sharks, and we had a great time yesterday with our underwater tents, our underwater ocean caves. You did an amazing job, so I want to give you a great big thumbs up for that because it was amazing. So here I have my little shark chart, right? And on our shark chart, remember, just like in some of the other animals that we've studied, we have our chart that has our schema. What's our schema? Our schema is what we already know. So we listed out all of that. And then we also are going to talk about new learning. What's something new that we learned? And then we're also going to take some of these ideas and see if there's anything that was a misconception. Do you remember that? A misconception is something that really wasn't true about that animal. Okay? So you guys did an amazing job with your facts. I just want to read some of these to you because they're awesome. You guys said that sharks have sharp teeth. They live in warm water. Sharks are cold-blooded. Sharks live in the sea. Some sharks have stripes. They like to go on pirate ships. Sharks do not have bones. First, they like to eat people, but then you said, well, really, they only like to eat fish. They are blue. Sharks lose their teeth. They are predators. Sharks have pointy teeth. Sharks can be tangled. Oh, sharks can be trained with treats. They have gills. They have a fin. And then sharks eat people. So we're going to talk a little bit more about this in morning meeting. And we're going to talk about if there's any new learning we can add to our chart. And then we're going to also talk about if any of these are misconceptions. Okay? So awesome job. So we're going to take all that information, guys, that we've learned about sharks, and we're going to see if we can go ahead and complete our chart over here. So this is one of our charts that we are going to use to help us be better writers. And so the words that I have on my chart are have, are, can, and E. And so what do we want to do? We want to fill this in with the information that we've learned so far about sharks. And so when we think about sharks and all their body parts, what are some things that sharks have? So we know that sharks have gills. We talked about that. We know that sharks have strong jaws. We read that yesterday. Strong jaws. Let's think of something else that we can fill in. When we were talking about sharks, one of the things that really I thought was interesting to me was that sharks did not have bones. What do they have? Do you guys remember? That's right. They have cartilage. So we're going to write that down. We're going to write cartilage. And you know, if you ever want to stop the video, you can go ahead and do that. You can pause it and you can copy down what I have. Or of course, like I always say, you can do your own. And I'm going to try and move my screen back just a teeny tiny bit more. All right. So what do they have? They have gills, they have strong jaws, and they have cartilage. All right. So let's think about what they are. What are sharks? Well, I'm thinking about because they eat meat, they are carnivores. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to write that. They are carnivores because they are meat eaters. All right, can you guys think of anything else? Sharks are predators, right? Sharks really like to go after other animals, right? They like to hunt. So predators. And one other thing that stuck with me, 2 words. They said that they are oviparous. What does oviparous mean? We learned this when we were studying the farm animals, when we studied hens. That's right. They lay eggs. If you are an oviparous animal, you lay your eggs. Now, sharks can also be something called viviparous. And what does that mean? That means that their eggs actually stay inside their body until they're ready to be born. And so they actually stay in there in an egg shape, and then when they're ready to be born, they have live birth. All right, so we're going to put oviparous. They lay eggs. Great job. So we have two more things. What are some things that sharks can do? Sharks can do what? Think about one of the most interesting things that we talked about that our scientists told us about in that video. Like us, they lose their teeth, but they lose their teeth for their what? Whole life. They can keep losing teeth over and over again. So they can lose teeth. That's a good one, right? They can have a sixth sense, right? They have senses, and they have actually 6 of them. So they can what? Smell. They have a really good sense of smell. So I'm going to put smell. And the last one I was thinking about was when they breathe, what do they do? They said they constantly swim because they are filtering oxygen. So they filter oxygen through their gills. Right? And you definitely could write that they constantly swim because that was really something really important. All right? So they can lose teeth, they can smell with their snout, and then they can filter oxygen. And that smelling part, right? That was another one of their senses. They actually said they had 6 senses. All right. And the last one is eat. What do they eat? They eat small ocean animals. So let's write that. Small ocean animals. Okay. What else? They eat fish. That's right. And there was one more thing. Do you remember the last thing? Plankton. Plankton. All right, guys, so this is a lot of amazing information. Sharks have gills, strong jaws, and cartilage. Sharks are carnivores, predators, and oviparous. Sharks can lose teeth. Sharks can smell. Sharks can filter oxygen. And sharks eat small ocean animals. Sharks eat fish, and sharks eat plankton. So you're going to fill in your chart just like this. You can copy my ideas or you can do your own. And then you are going to take your favorite fact and using this information, and you are going to write me at least one sentence, okay? So you can go ahead and you can actually do this on a plain piece of paper. You can take it and you can fold it. You don't even have to print it out. Fold it into 4 pieces. Mom and Dad can help you. Label it have, are, can, eat, and then write your information in. And when you're done, you can flip it over to the back and you can go ahead and write me one sentence. And I would love to see a drawing. You could illustrate for me a little picture also, okay? All right, you guys, so amazing job. I'm super proud of you again. Keep up the good work, my little sharks, okay? Should I say my little pups? Maybe Mrs. Lucas is the shark and you guys are my pups, right? Because remember, baby sharks are called pups. So fantastic job, you guys. Just keep swimming.